Okay, so what I'm gonna do, as you know, I have breakage in my edges. Unfortunately, going to shops for a really long time, letting them take out my edges when I get braids. It's just take a really long time for your edges to grow back, and they're growing back. They're doing really, really good, and I just don't want anything to make them come off again. So I wanted to show you the way that I do it. This is a good way if you haven't thinning edges, or even if your edge is not thin. This is a way that you don't even have to worry about your edges getting thin. Because the thing is, sometimes when people do braids, they want to make the parts really, really small. Everybody think it's cute when you pick up your baby hairs and when you pick up little pieces of hair. But what the thing is once your actual hair start to grow, all it's going to do is just break off. So it's always best to add just a little bit more of your natural hair to the actual braid. What I like to do is just this front part, I'm just going to just go ahead and just section it off with my hands. I am using this gel called My Gel. And you know what? This is actually some really, really good stuff. I had actually reviewed it as it being just okay. It is okay for holding down edges, but when you want to maybe like try to add your natural hair to some weave and you want it to blend, this is a very good product to make it to be able to blend really well. And it's a really good it makes it stiff, especially like sometimes when you have textures that's really, really soft. Sometimes it's really hard to braid and pick up all the hair, but with that My Gel, I can truly, truly say I love this product. So if you think about purchasing it, not for your edges, if you're natural, for C, but if you are looking for a hold while you're trying to braid or do a braid or trying to blend in the hair, because sometimes when you're doing twists, it's hard to blend in the natural hair. But this product right here makes it really good. You just either put it on the root, or you can just put it on the whole actual braid and just braid with it. So what I have done is I just kind of finger parted it. I put a little bit of gel on it, and I'm going to do as little tension as possible. Again, these edges are very, very tender. You do not want to have any breakage or anything. Just make sure you're looking at how you're placing your braid too. So what I like to do is just go ahead and do a braid. And you will know when to stop braiding. You only kind of feel like you have a good leverage on it. I probably braided probably about a good 3 to 4 stitches, or maybe less. I like to braid a little bit more around the edge area just in case. Okay, so then what I like to do is I like to go ahead and get my clip, and I just kind of put it right on the root. This is a really good way to do your twist or braid, so you don't have to worry about it twisting or moving. You always want to use that duckbill clip, and I just kind of fix it. And then you just do a normal kinky twist like normal. This video was just to show you how to be able to not have your edges moving all around when you're doing your hairline, because sometimes when you're doing a twist, it can just move all around, and the edge part at the the root seems like it's just going to dangle off. So you just use your duckbill clip. I'm going to do the same thing to each section. Again, when I first start off, I make these sections a little bit bigger because I do not want any of this hair to break. And when you're using little bitty pieces of hair, that's what happened. And what I do is I twist the twist, and then I put it up as going into a ponytail, so I can make sure that I am placing my braids correctly. So again, this first row, and it's all up to you however you want to part your hair, because I parted just straight, nice clean parts. I parted pulling parts, so it don't make a difference. Each way is cool, and both of them come out really nice, really nicely. So it don't make a difference how you part. Okay, so there we go. So I just got finished with this one right here, and I just kind of just put it back just to make sure that it's laying correctly. And the way that I do it, I like it because you are able to move the twist or braid around, and you don't have to worry about breakage. Sometimes when people cornroll it in the 3-part method, I find that you can't move it around too much, and it's best to wait to move it around because you can just pull off hair when it's just kind of cornrowed on. So again, I'm just going to just keep on going. And I'm just going to pull and part. And like I said, if you want, you can use a comb to part. It's all up to you and what you like. There's no right or wrong way. And sometimes I part with my duckbill clip also. And I'll just take a little of the My Gel, put it on my root. And again, if you're trying to make the hair blend, just make sure you get it all the way to the end. And this makes the hair just blend perfectly. See if you can see how I got this. The parts are not super duper small. And what I'm making sure I'm doing is putting my hair back the way I'll be wearing it to make sure it is laying correctly. Because sometimes when you do your hair yourself, it may not lay correctly. And make sure whatever you do on this side, you do on that side. So I made 2 on this side, so I'm going to put 2 more on this side. I'm just going to just make sure I lay it correctly. And I'm going to be using this My Gel to put on it so I can get a better grip. This is really a good product for when your hair is kind of shorter, to be able to grip it, or if the texture is kind of a different texture, it's easier to grip. And I'm just going to pull and part, and I'm going to make sure it sits the same on each side as much as you can. I mean, because you know it's kind of hard to do it exact, but I'm just going to just make sure it kind of sit together. Put just a little bit more My Gel on it. And if you follow me, you'll know that I had gave this My Gel just an okay, but this review of this My Gel, this product called My Gel, it's a bomb diggity. It gets a really good thumbs up for me. Sometimes you gotta use a product more than once, and I did let people know, you know, I'm going to try it on different things to see what works best, but I find that it works really, really good for blending hair. Okay, and grabbing it. Okay, so I'm gonna grab it nice and taut. And then I'm gonna attach it, and then I'm going to put my duckbill clips on it also, because I do not want my edges moving all around and stuff. I braid it out just a little bit, especially when your edges is kind of coming out. To me, braids is more better than a twist. And I just put a duckbill clip right at the root so it will not be dangling. If you feel that it's dangling, like once you start to twist, just fix it back. Put it right back at the root. And this don't hurt as much either, and there's way less stress and tension on the edges. So I'm just going to just keep on twisting, get the hairline done. Always do your front first, so just in case you don't get done with the whole thing, I just kind of put it back in a ponytail. See how it's laying as I'm going, because you want it to lay good, especially in the front. And the back is okay. You really, you know, it's really not a big deal if you don't lay it right. But this whole hairline, actually, to be honest with you, even in the nape area, you want to make sure that you lay your parts correctly and not just too small, because you do not want any damage in the nape area either. Because that whole hairline, including the nape area, is very tender per se. Okay, so see, I'm just going to go ahead and put this up. Make sure it's laying correctly. And again, like I said, I got 2 on this side, so I'm just putting same amount on this side also, because this is where the most damage is in the front. And once I get this attached, I'll come back at you in the middle of the process, okay? And just take your time and do it right.